Guys, we are back with the Screen Team, being joined by Laura Butler. My name is Chris, and we're getting ready to review a movie called Miss Congeniality. But before we get into that, I have a very important question for Laura here. It's kind of changing the topic a little bit, so I just give us a second here, okay? So this question I wanted to ask you is, Laura, what is your perfect date?
April 15th, Chris.
And why is that?
Because
it's not too hot.
It's not too hot. It's not too cold. All you need is a light jacket.
If you don't know what we're referring to, it's a line from the movie Miss Congeniality. And Laura, I'm a huge fan of this movie, and I think you are too,
yes,
right?
I like this movie.
It stars Sandra Bullock, and we meet Sandra from the very, very beginning. She is kind of a tomboy,
yes.
kind of a loner, and she is an FBI agent, right?
Yes.
She is she's rough in her looks. What is that fair to say?
Yeah, she's. I don't want to say anything.
No, it's kind of like you're trying to draw the,
right,
trying to walk
I don't want to
on.
say. She's very mannish.
Yeah.
Like she's. It's a cry for help. It really is.
That's fair.
I mean, she's so wrapped up in her job that and I think that she tries, because she is a woman in her job, I think that she kind of masculinizes herself so that she can compete with the big boys.
Right.
And because that's something she's struggling with in this movie, is trying to get her own op. And they kind of turn her down just because, well, she's a girl. And this movie there's a lot of sexism in this movie.
There is. There really
you really
is.
look at it. And I don't know, different parts of the movie, I was like, man, yeah, I kind of look at it that way too, because I'm always I'm kind of a tomboy, not to the level as she is, but I've always been like, beauty queen, seriously, you do rhythmic gymnastics? That's awesome, but I mean, the movie is goofy, but it does give you more of a look into the work that sometimes goes into some of this kind of stuff. So I still wouldn't want to do it, but who wants to get waxed and
there's a lot of that
hilarious.
going on there. So you talked about her wanting to get her own assignment and go undercover, and she gets that, and she gets it as being an undercover beauty queen, right?
Yes.
She is a contestant, Miss New Jersey, in the Miss USA pageant, I think.
Yes.
And she's struggling.
Gracie Lou Freebush.
She's struggling in this film because she's trying to find a potential killer that could be doing some bad things in this pageant. So that's her. That's one of her main goal is to find this bad person. But she's also got to be a beauty queen, which she's not familiar with or used to.
Yes.
Used to being, and she's got to be friends with the other girls, which she's not used to doing.
She has to learn to be. She has to learn to be the exact thing that she has made fun of and looked down upon her whole entire life.
Right.
Like, she has tried to be the farthest thing from this, and she has to completely transform herself into this goofy, kind of airheaded. Like, that's what she thinks she has to be.
Right.
To be this. And it's funny because so many of the girls in this competition aren't really like that. But the one girl that really is like that is the one she gets the closest to.
That's right.
So
that's right. Sandra Bullock is amazing in this film.
Yes,
she is really, really good. I like Sandra Bullock. I like her a lot. A lot of her roles feel kind of familiar to me, similar, but with this one, she really, really knocked it out of the park comedically.
Yes, she was really funny.
She was so good in this film. Just playing several different layers of this character, being a nerd, being goofy, being beautiful, being strong and heroic. She played a lot of different elements in this film.
I can't talk girl talk with a guy in my head.
So do you have any favorite scenes from this film?
Oh gosh. Yeah, I love the scene where she has to practice to learn all these things she has to know from Michael Caine, who plays her trainer. He's trying to mold her into this beauty queen, and he wants her to take pride in it. And she's just like, I'm doing a job. I just got to get this over with. And so she basically has to do everything he tells her. And there's this one scene where It's the middle of the night. She's tired. She's starving because all they let her eat is like carrots and celery. And she's trying to walk down this column, and she's in this tight dress, and you can tell she's just angry. And she's walking down, and she's like got like 6 guns strapped under this dress. And then she goes to eat a donut or something, and he starts to tell her about it and to take it away from her, and she picks up another one to eat it, and he starts to take that from her, and she just pulls out her gun and sticks it right to his face, and she's like, no.
This is mine now.
Yes, and I mean, there's such a range that she goes through as this character. You know, she's very sweet, she's very disgusting, basically. The scene where she eats lunch with Michael Caine at the beginning, it's just amazing. But another person that's really good in this movie is Murphy Brown, the one that plays what's her name?
Candice Bergen.
Yes,
yeah.
Candice Bergen. She's so angry and arrogant and
over the top.
Yes, like I can't think of the word. Arrogant. She's very arrogant. She thinks that she is entitled to all these things because of she is the person that basically Sandra Bullock's character, she's what it all stands for that she hates about this
right.
project. Her entitlement, and you know, where Candice Berman's character, she pretends to act like she thinks it's like a scholarship program, blah, blah, but what she actually embodies is everything that, you know, Sandra Bullock's character hates in this movie. Right. So
I think this movie is rated PG-13. It's got a few language parts here and there, but is this a movie that you would show your nephew?
He's seen it.
Well, there you go.
He likes the swimsuit competition.
And who wouldn't?
Right.
Who doesn't,
right.
you know?
Who wants to see all that? No. Anyway, yeah.
There you go. Movie's called Miss Congeniality. Stars Sandra Bullock, also Benjamin Bratt. For all you ladies out there, he's showing some skin out there as well. Michael Caine, if you like that thing as well. Candice Bergen, William Shatner, and much more. So it's Miss Congeniality. It's a classic. Find it wherever you find movies. Laura, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you.
We got more reviews coming your way next, right here on the Screen Team.